Yeah, man, it's I again, you know, cause I'm Davis, and I say youths and youths don't to give up in this time, you know. As a matter of fact, no time. Cause we say the motivation morning show, you know, the true man show live and direct, you know, on YouTube. Check it out, Yannick. Lord of His mercy, I'm telling you how to give up in this time. Yeah, God does you can't give up. I know it's so. Lord, hey youth, now give up on no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. You got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Shut up, now give in and no time. You know what sister boy me said them keep on trying. House time, could I never deny it. Well, mama say, cause you got to work hard with a clean hands and pure heart to get a reward. Don't follow no one, don't you be no fraud. If you trust in the most high Jaja. I know my foundations of the roof, so I have to always be the truth. Don't fall the ground and can't come for loose. Now give in and no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a sign. Got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Now give in and no time. The brothers is about me, said them keep on trying. Outside, could I never deny it. Now say them I run the place, but them in the slowly. Them at the top, but them in the bottom of the beat. Sneaking on the grass and me catch enough a weeper. This to get a use, make me weeper. Papa say cause I know you can do. Organize and centralize the people, no counterfeit. That enough to Africa, that nation, please. Home sweet home, make me please. I know my foundations are the roof, so I have to speak the truth. Don't fall down and can't go for loose. I man got to stand, never lose. Salute, now give in and no time. I know we road is rocky and it's full of a style. Got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Now give in and no time. Bill Warriors is about me, so them keep on trying. Most time, don't you ever deny. No more. I have one them Jimmy Gaga, son of the morning. They use them wise enough thing that could just them chanting. I tell you there is no need to bargain. Hey, now give in and no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a sign. You got to stand firm in this a judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Now give in and no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a sign. Most time, don't you ever deny it. Oh, that's I'm representing for Yanni. It's the motivational show. I tell you, yeah, man. Righteousness to come for you. Yeah. Hey, you, now give in and no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a slide. You got to stand firm in this judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Now give in and no time. You know it's about me, say them keep on trying. Outside, could I never deny it. Hey, time to give it up. Keep on working smart. I tell you, Yanni, cause I'm representing. I know, say, a positive and every time, not give in and no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a sign. Got to stand firm in this and judgment time, or else you lose your mind. Not give in and no time. I know the road is rocky and it's full of a sign. Most time, don't you deny. Oh. I tell righteousness over evil every time. Every time. Yeah, man, this is cause I'm Davis representing live and direct for the True Man Rise and Shine show live and direct on YouTube. We come for the upliftment, truths and progress, teaching the people to uplift themselves in a positive vibes. The man called Yannick. Forward ever and backward never. So open your eyes and see. It's so crystal clear to we. Yeah. Just stop representing. Once more. Yeah. Oh, when I will open the eyes and see. The truth is a crystal. So walk away from my negativity. When it be open her eyes and see. The truth is so crystal clear. Walk away from my negativity. If you keep out there but you're alone, and if you want it all, you'll never wash it. Come in the brother back to get them started. They hear like snow up, now where your system started. So you got to pay attention, remember the tortoise and the ear. Baby suit the life, the sling him down the spear. So guess what is happening here? So tell me mama Africa without any fear. When we open our eyes and see. The truth is so crystal clear. Walk away from my negativity. When we open our eyes and see. The truth is so crystal clear. So why act like you're just down there? So many get you glamour, get and they go. Humility and love, I tell you teachings about. We still don't wanna watching wickedness I want out. We calling all the sheep, and the shepherd I shout. I'm a God once a year, the king and his love. Him seated in a Zion, the highest of all. No listen, I stay away from the cloud. The hail king and Jacob, I'm proud. When will we open our eyes and see? The truth is out, is clear. So walk away from my negativity. When will we open our eyes and see? The truth is out, is clear. Walk away from negativity. Oh. Don't you get tricked by the glamour to get to the goal. Stay positive, I tell you, open your eyes, stay in control. Yannick, you know you're the righteous one. Come to see the people, I tell you got the righteous plan. Yeah. We come to sing for everyone. Yeah. We open our eyes and see. The truth is so crystal clear. So walk away from negativity. Open our eyes and see. Truth is so crystal clear. So walk away from negativity.
Truman International, Field Marshal, not partial. You don't know we are 5-star general. You don't know Motivation Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune to the main event. The beat maker from Jamaica, Stevie Culture. Well, I got what it takes to rock the place. But Stevie Culture in the place, you turn up the place. People rocking all night with smile on their face, on face. You know what? Because we got the beat to make you rock, and we got the bum sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. Because we got the beat to make you rock, and we got the bum sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. The one you're gonna take me to the top. And you know when the beat start bouncing, and then people start jumping, you hear the beat and you got to do something. Well, even the baby in the crib start bouncing. We're rocking the stadium, the bar and the club scene. I'm gonna drop the wickedest sound, making you know I am the best around town. Everyone we go, we just tear it down. You wanna know why? Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the bum sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. This one is gonna take me to the top. Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the bum sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. This one is gonna take me to the top. Hey, the lyrics of the songs I sing, I don't have to edit. If I got to do that, forget it. True man make this beat so he'll get all his credit. Go tell your own world that Steve Culture said it. Making music is so easy. I'ma play my tracks for my friends and they all say, wow, you used to be sharp, but you're much sharper now. You wanna know how? Because I got the beat to make you rock, and I got the bum sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never wanna stop. The one you're gonna take you to the top. Because I got the beat to make you rock. Talking, I got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. That one you're gonna take me to the top. 2-1, yo. The people of the vibes and the beat and the energy. Everywhere we play, people always admire we. Buying up our CDs, coming to our party. Till we come to love our style and our energy. Everywhere in the world, that's the culture go. People want me to stay, they don't want me to go. Them screaming, shouting out for more. Backing up the dance floor, always need an encore. Because I came to make you rock. I got the boom style to make it pop. And when I start, I never wanna stop. Now when you're gonna take me to the top. Because I got the beat to make you rock. Got the boom sound to make it pop. And when I start, I never gonna stop. Now when you're gonna take me to the top. Yo, when the beat start bouncing, people start jumping. Hear the beat and you got to do something. Even the baby in the crib start bouncing. Rocking the stadium, the bar and the club sing. I'm gonna drop the wickedest sound. Make them know that we're the best around town. Everywhere we go, we just tear things down. Who's gonna say, yo, 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 yo? Listen, tougher than steel, tougher than rock. Concrete tough, but we tougher than that. Tough to the core, tough to the mat. Not backing down, cause we don't take chat. Move out of the way when the drill is on the track. Cause anytime we start, yo, we never gonna stop. We rock them up to a sweat up to a head top. Rasta said that you know. Because we got the beat to make you rock. And we got the bombs and we make it pop. When we start, we not stop. We gonna take you to the top. We got the beat to make you. We got the beat to make you rock. Got the beat to make you. We got the groove. We make them dance out of them shoes. Wicked people get confused. Rastaman them can get abused. Them system we refuse. Try test the Rastaman, you know you are gonna lose. Babylon out the road, them get confused. When them see people dancing out of them shoes. Yeah, you hear the news? Love we are promoting a set. We got a heart full of love. That's what we got to give. Oh yeah, sing. I got a heart full of love, and that's what I have to give. I'm gonna just erase all the hate and stop being negative. If we have a heart full of love, then that's what we all should give. We all should just erase all the hate and stop being negative. First we have to start loving each other. Treat everyone that we meet like a brother. Stop fussing and fighting against each other. Stop using your gun and shooting you one another. We got to learn to be more kind. Erase the envy, hate and bad mind. And stop acting as if you're blind. So if you have a heart full of love, that's what you all should give. We gotta just erase all the hate and stop being negative. If we have a heart full of love, then that's what we all should give. We got to learn to erase all the hate and stop being negative. Hey, wickedness not gonna put you nowhere. We have to learn to stop being unfair. Start love and start care. Find yourself with a lot, it's time to start sharing. You gotta show love to your brother. You gotta have a little heart for your sister. It's time for humans to start loving each other. So if I have a heart full of love, then that's what I'm gonna give. I'm gonna start to learn to erase all the hate and stop being negative. If I've got a heart full of love, that's what I'm gonna give. I'm gonna just erase all the hate and stop being negative. Hey, Hey, and more love where we want in the world. Spread it to every man, woman, boys and girls. That run down diamond and stop worship girl. Because all those things are just things of the world. Hey, you need one another to survive. Without each other, then we never stay alive. You got to end the violence and end on the strife. Stop hurting each other with the guns and other knives. So if you have a heart full of love, then that's what you ought to give. You got to learn to erase all the hate and stop being negative. My heart is full of love, and that's what I'm gonna give. I'm gonna just erase all the hate and stop being negative. One love.
One love. Boom! Janik, your host, Motivation Academy. I'm back live and direct in the tube once more. Yeah, I don't intend to quit. I don't intend to quit, but I give thanks every day for having the chance to be able to do it. Just to have the capacity to do it, to be present, to be here with you, to I don't know, have wake up again and breathe. Yeah, life is beautiful, but we have to make sure we're not on self-sabotage. And that's very important because this is what keeps us in place, is the sabotage, the self-sabotage we're on. And I was onto this. I was on, and I'm still into self-sabotage because the self-sabotage can take many different ways. You can sabotage yourself many different ways. First of all, I think the most potent self-sabotage that's happening in us is that we don't master this. So our brain is not taking us to the greatness route. No. It's not going to want to do too much. You got to condition yourself to take action and stuff. And to not be on self-sabotage. So the most potent self-sabotage is the one we are doing with self-oppression. I think to me, this is what I feel the most, because you can also sabotage yourself with food, with stuff that you watch, with stuff you hear, with toxic people around you, with all kinds of different stuff. But the most potent self-sabotage we're on, I firmly think that it's the one from our self-oppression, the one that we use to oppress ourselves. We oppress ourselves so much in so many ways. So many ways we oppress ourselves. And that's what I think is the most... yeah. You know, when we talk about self-realization, it involves all this. It involves... No, a self-realization is not only realize that you're here alive and that you have to do something with your life and that you take... No, the self-realization is everything about your self-sabotage and all the stuff that you need to realize about yourself, the darkness that you're in, you know? And maybe, you know, that's what I'm saying to myself, why this world is like that, why is it so fucked up? And again, another stage shooting apparently in Florida. I heard about it. And people are going for the propaganda. You know, we do all the propaganda for them. They just have to do a little event. They do something, they stage something, and then we do the rest. Then we propagate all the rest on social media, in the news, everywhere. The propaganda machine. That's what we live in. Really, Babylon is a propaganda machine. That's what it is. And if we don't also conscious of that, that's another sabotage, because then we don't control this. No, it's very important to control that muscle, to have control over that muscle up there. And to have control over that muscle up there, you need to stop the self-sabotage, the self-oppression, and the rise and shine, the order of the day. Yeah. Because I think, from my personal experience, the sabotage is there for sure. If not, we would all be living up to our full potential. So for sure, what doesn't make us, during a lifetime, attain our full potential? We should all attain our full potential, everything that we can dream out or bring our wildest dream to life. We should all aim for that. But why don't we all do that? We all have life. We all have life. It's a one-time deal. We should all aim for our wildest dream, our biggest goals. But for some reason, we stay on pause. So what is doing this? It's the sabotage you're creating within yourself. Either with food, like I said, the food can be another one, and also your thoughts. Your thoughts are your thoughts can take you far. Like, it can make you sabotage your old day, your old journey. And you got to be careful what you think about, because what you think about has really a potentiality to become reality, and that's how you create synchronicity and stuff too. That's how I did. No, that's with the mind is powerful. It's powerful, that muscle up there for sure. You can't tell me that it's not powerful. I don't buy that. I know it's powerful, but to get to that state of being empowered by the renewal of your mind, you got to renew it, and to renew it, you got to let go of the self-sabotage, self-oppression, everything that keeps you locked in place for not expressing who you are, your greatness, the light you have, the all the greatness. Like, to me, it's clear and simple, and but most people, first of all, prefer to die than change a habit. So the habits, the bad habits that we have, also is really self-sabotage big time. So it's a lot of things that we have to be aware of, and even me, I fall for this sometimes, especially with the thoughts. Especially with the thoughts, there's sometimes stuff I think about that makes no sense. Most of the stuff we think about, or the fear we have about something, will never happen. Will never happen. So the problems we have and all the stuff, it's all in our minds, because most of the stuff will not happen. So we fear things that is, we cultivate thoughts that is really really negative sometimes, negative, and that those negative thoughts, that's what you attract. So just make sure you always keep a positive state of mind. You have more chance to attract positive stuff in your life, for sure. If you're negative, if you're always grumpy and in the bad mood, and having negative thoughts and thinking of the worst can happen in your life, will probably happen. So you got to be very careful. If you think of the best for you each and every day, each and every minute, that you feel uplifted and up and in, and that nothing can stop you, that's what will happen. I make sense of all this pretty easily after exactly stopping the self-sabotage. Once you turn off the switch, turn the self-sabotage switch off, that's a good thing. Then you start to rise, you start to let go of fear, you start to feel empowered to do something with your life. You have life. You have life. I have life. And that's not to sit on the couch. This world is not built by people who sit on the couch. So we have to move our ass from the couch and do something with our life. But that's also the part where the self-sabotage will make you sit on the couch and play video games or watch TV. That's if I see someone in that state, and it's total self-sabotage, you could use that time to do so much stuff. You could work on the goal. But if your parties and your leisure and your distraction is more important than your goals, that's what you'll experience in your life. Distraction, parties, and stuff, and you'll never attain your goals. So what will make you feel alive once more here is having great goals and reaching them, and having bigger goals and reaching them, and always stay alive with greater goals. That's what I have in mind. I don't intend okay, I do this and then that's what it is, and that's it. No, there's always something bigger eventually somewhere. I know it. But for that, I have to stop also the self-sabotage, especially with the thoughts. I think the thoughts, that's why I said that what's going on in our brains is very can sabotage our whole journey. So we have to be very conscious. Again, what you eat also can sabotage you. What you look at, what you hear, the people you hang out with, that can sabotage you. I prefer to be alone than be with toxic minds, or people that have nothing to talk about. People that talk nonsense and unrelevant fucking nonsense that makes no like I don't know, but that's what they do. That's what most people do. They talk about other people. They gossip, and they get together and they gossip more. And, blah, 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 blah. And it's always talking a bit nonsense. It's self-sabotage in action. Like people get together, they don't talk about great. Very few people, but great minds get together and they talk about idea projects and ways that we can improve together, or always in mind the whole first. That's what I think. It's not me, myself, and I. It's how could we get out of this mess? So I bring the solution I have according to the experience I had. That's my solution. It's self-sabotage, switch off. And this way we can start to rise. We can start to rise. And again, rising, it's rising from the dead state, from the walking dead state that you were in. So I'm walking away from the walking dead state. Now I'm opening my eyes to life, letting go of fear, connecting with people, connecting more with nature. That's in my intention also, to connect more with nature. More and more. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, because I know this is one of the key to really tune my frequency is with nature. And make sure also raise my frequency. My vibration is not on self-sabotage. Like I have to condition my mind to have positive thoughts all the time. And that's a conditioning, because normally we're pretty much negative. We've been programmed in a very low vibration, negative people around us. So often we pick up the fears and the anxiety and the stuff from other people very easy. If you're an empath, you pick this stuff very easy. I do. That's why sometimes it's better to stay away from people who have bad thoughts, bad minds, and have too much drama in their life, because you're gonna pick it up and it creates stuff inside you. So I stay far from drama. I don't need drama in my life. I'm doing my thing, and I don't want to add more sabotage to the game. It's already on sabotage, because look, I haven't attained everything that I wanted to be, first of all, and the not only to be, but the purity of my actions and my thoughts, and I'm getting there. It's always a process. You don't get to Christ consciousness from one day to another. Maybe it's possible to attain that. Like I said the other day, the body is crafted to perfection, so maybe we can attain that soul perfection, that whole thing perfect, maybe. But in the state I am now, in the state of mind I am now, it's an improvement each and every day that I focus on. Not so much the Christ consciousness. It's improving every day and having positive thoughts. First of all, each and every day, keeping my thoughts positive, not into nonsense and stuff that is like will never happen. Like sometimes I imagine stuff, but it will never happen. Like it's just we like to because our minds, no matter what, will take us into the negative thinking. If we don't condition ourselves for positive thinking, because that's very much what we need, it will take us into negative thinking. No matter what you want to, if you want to avoid it, or it will be there, it will show up. It will show up. That's why even the most positive people have sometimes negative thoughts, because it is there. So it's me, I find it's a big conditioning just for that, just to stay positive with my thoughts. Because this goes, it runs constant. The brain runs constantly. So if you're not present and conscious of what you think, you probably by default be negative. The thoughts you have will be by default very negative sometimes. Yeah. So it's just think positive, and positive things will happen. That's what I think a lot. Each and every day I try to keep it more and more positive. Just be more present in the moment. I think it's just also when we are sabotaging the muscle up there is when we are not present in the moment, when we have anxiety, fear, and experience worries or stuff like that. We will be out of the moment. So this is something also to be very present in the moment is very important, to not think of these stuff. Because from my experience, it can show up at any time, the negative thoughts. Like I'm a very, very positive guy, but there's sometimes I'm on self-sabotage and I know it. I know it. With food also, with food, the freaking potato chip that I have to let go. You know, the stuff like that. But it's not something I eat every day, but still, I know it's no good. And there's some still stuff I consume that is not really supporting the journey. So it's slowly, little by little, stopping that self-sabotage and just getting to a higher state of vibration, a higher vibration, and that you attain it with better food, better people around you, better all kinds of stuff you can do to make sure you're not activating that switch, you're not turning that switch on, because it could be tempting to return it on. You can, it could be, it's easy to turn the switch off. It's easy to turn it back on also. So we have to make sure that it's constant, that the work is constant on ourselves, because you could easily unconsciously turn the switch back on to self-sabotage. So you have to be very, very conscious, very present with the moment. I think it's the best to avoid negative thoughts. To avoid negative thoughts, it's negative thoughts. We get them often when we're anxious, when we worry, when we're stressed. Then the negatives start to invade. But I think it's better to just be present in the moment. This way you eliminate pretty much all the stress, all the nonsense, the fear, and you just go with the flow. Yeah. That's what I try to do most of the time, is go with the flow, because there's only certain stuff you can control, and you don't have control over everything. So, but I have control over that switch, over that self-sabotage switch. I have control over that, and I can turn it off if I want. There's a lot of things we can control. Some stuff, like I cannot control their nonsense stage events that they will create terror in the world no matter what, because that's what this world is thriving on now, very much negativity and stuff that is keep people in fear. So there will be more and more of the nonsense. But I think that's another way that we self-sabotage ourselves a lot, is by going to believe everything that's coming out from government, military, whoever shoots stuff at us. Especially the governments. They're the one, to me, they're the legal terrorists, for sure. But people don't want to know. People don't care too much. They, like, as long as it does. And even if it would get to them, I think even people, if they would still encourage the government, even if the government would come and take their home away and stuff, they would still encourage them. So we have came to love our servitude and our slave state and non-thinking and not thinking for ourselves, and we have came to love that stuff. So it's very hard to detach yourself unless you take action and you decide to unplug and turn the switch off, and then take control of your life, ownership, and create a strong ship. To build a strong ship, like I said in a video yesterday, to build a strong ship, you have to have ownership of your life. Very, very important. If you can't have ownership of your life, how do you want to build a strong ship? And a strong ship doesn't get built on self-sabotage. So no matter what, that switch has to go off. No matter what, if you want to do something with your life, you got to turn that switch off. And then the fun starts. And then when you turn that switch off, the fun starts, because the fun part is the process. So if you want to start processing your life, turn the switch off, self-sabotage off, and start processing your life. Take ownership of it. And, just do something with it. You have life. It's a one-time deal. You're never going to come back here in this body for sure. So make use of that body technology you have, that voice, those eyes, that nose, those ears. You can hear, you can see, you can smell, you can touch, you can talk. We have all kinds of stuff we can do to slowly raise our vibration. It's not going to happen. You're not going to rise to the top from one day to another. And again, go to the top. It's the top of my ability, not over others. It's going to the top. When I say over the top, it's over the top of my ability, my capability, my ability to make something happen. because I know I'm able. But I have to condition myself and turn that switch off. We're all able to do something. We're all able to condition ourselves to greatness. We're all able to take massive action with our lives. But that switch has to go off. That's the thing. And sometimes it's very challenging because you're dealing with your mind. You know, that's why most people stay in distraction. They don't have to deal with their own mind. They don't have to look themselves in the mirror and think for themselves. So it's easier to default to distraction and stuff that keep their mind busy, and they don't have to look at it and do the work on it. That's what happened, because you have muscle in your body. You have to stay healthy. You have to stay fit with your body, but you have to stay fit and sharp there too. That's very important. To me, that's the most important part. You can have big muscles and that, but yeah, if you don't have nothing in there, if you have jello in there, what's the point of even having it? You know, so you have to activate it. You have to work that muscle. You have to do something each and every day. Practice something, even if you don't know what you're calling, what's your stuff, what you have to do here, what's your passion. Practice something. Practice speaking, practice singing, practice calling something. Do something. I mean. And then when you start going into action also, that switch will definitely like stay off more and more often. Like, it's not something that you will think about that today I'm turning my switch off. I'm not on self-sabotage today. No, it will come naturally. And one day you'll be fully positive and no negative thoughts, no negative action, no, you know, that's what we all want to reach. That's what I want to reach in my life, a higher vibration, a higher natural vibe. a higher natural vibe, not more material or fucking nonsense. I don't need more nonsense. I need a more natural I vibe with life. Like, I want to be I on life so much that I start to fly. That's what I want. I don't need substance or anything. I don't need substance. If I smoke cannabis, it's for my pain relief, or yeah, like to because sometimes it can be very heavy. I told you, so it's kind of put a smile on my face sometimes. It helps. So that's what I think. It's but I don't need no substance, no beer, no alcohol, no nothing to reach a high. That's the thing. We go, we default even to reach a high on life. We default to substance. Many of us abuse substances. Cigarette is a substance abuse. Cigarette is another one. Many of us smoke still. I know that. It's a problem of many people. The smoke is not something easy to stop. But again, it's just a matter of turning the switch off. It's the same thing for that. The smoke, the drinking, all this, the bad habits that we have is just deciding to turn that switch off. The self-sabotage switch off. And stick to it. And you'll probably never touch a cigarette again in your life. But you got to decide. It's up to you. Anyway, and the more you let go of these stuff, the more you detox, the less you want it, the less you're attracted to it. You know, to attracted to the stuff that doesn't support you. Makes sense, eh? That's what I have experienced so far.
Well, I said Johnny them for knowing up.
We should have new dub plates from Dante Po soon.
How do I tell you to stay strong? Live up, look up, hold your head high. Whoa, 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 whoa. And this is a special for the True Man Show. Motivation Academy. That's the far I tell them. Okay then. Don't listen to the pagans when they talk, cause they don't have no sense. Yeah man. Janik, I go teach the youths them to live them life the right and righteous way. That is what I have to say. So you man be wise, open up your eyes, listen to the calling of the Most High. Jaja will lead your way to the righteous way, to the righteous way. Listen what I have to say. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people drain your energy. No, no, don't be a bad memory. Don't let them stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people steal your energy. Don't be a memory. Don't let them take your soul away from you. No, no, no. Keep your focus, hold your head up high. Do the things you need to do. Do the right things. Do the righteous things. Hey. Don't you lead to war. Janik will lead your way. Motivation Academy. Hey. Teach the youths them the righteous things. Let them live them life the righteous way. So you be strong and hold on to a firm meditation. Hey, don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people drain your energy. No, no, don't be a bad memory. Don't let them stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't be a bad memory. Don't let the negative people steal your energy. Don't be a memory. Don't let them take your soul away from you. No, no, no. But I just want to let the youths them know, that you must live your life the righteous way.
Come on.
Be a light to this world. You understand? Don't make negative energy draw you to the wrong things, to the bad things, to let you do wrong. Don't let your memories be the ones that we don't want to remember. The ones that get us scared when time we hear it. Let your memories be something to live on forever. Jah Rastafari. Don't be a memory. Don't be their memory. Just listen to your heart. Do the righteous thing you need to do. Don't be a memory.
No, don't be a memory.
Don't be their
Memory.
Do the righteous
Things.
Live the
Righteous life. Yeah, live the righteous life. Don't be on self-sabotage. That's very important. Chat is quiet. The chat is quiet. Here, I'll chat with myself. Hi, everyone. Here, I'll chat with myself. I'll put the chat alive. Here. Live and direct. Hi, everyone. Here, I put the chat alive. So yeah, so the self-sabotage, and for that, I think to avoid because avoidance is to be avoid. You know, that's what we are a lot on avoidance. We avoid taking action. We avoid a lot of stuff. We are totally in avoidance because we don't want to even explore the inner realm too much. Like I've never been. You know, when, like I said, 10 years ago, you would have told me, oh, go within to seek truth or stuff. I would be, are you? What is that? But today I've realized more and more that this is where everything is from within us. That's where it's gonna, you know, the greatness. Where is it? It's not at the supermarket. I don't have to go buy it. It's already here. They don't need a down payment. They don't need nothing for you to start expressing yourself. You know, that's right there, right there. We don't need to prepare to live. We must live it up. But most of us, we wait. We want to prepare. We want to. From my experience, no preparation needed. Live it up. Live in the moment. Do your best. You're gonna have experience. You're not gonna get to the world stage from one day to another. So just do your thing and practice. Take whatever tool you have at your disposition in this moment that life offers you and do the maximum with it. That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not stopping myself because I'm a bit immobile or stuff to do things. Like, I could easily sit on the couch and watch TV, but I chose to do something else. I chose to stay uplifted and to stay present in life and to be there. To be there for, especially to not fall on self-sabotage again. Because the switch is there. The switch is there at any time. And again, today, sometimes I have the switch activated and then I tell myself, turn the switch off. Like, it's just a matter of conditioning ourselves. Yeah. Greetings, Suzanne. Yeah, no, it's a lot. And again, only you can do that work. Only me can do that work on myself. And not only do the work, not only say you do the work, but actually doing it. You know, it's good to say you're going to do something, say you're going to, but are you actually doing it? You know, most of us just talk. Most of us just talk. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. But are you actually taking action here today, right now, to make this happen? That's the big question. And if you're not, that's the self-sabotage in action, because you should take action each and every day. Whether it's a small action, whether it's a big thing, you should take action each and every day. I take action each and every day. I condition myself to come here, to practice my speech, to stay alive. And that's important for me. That's what keeps me, that's what, it gives a sense of meaning to my life also. I just don't want to come here and exist. Like, I want to do something. I want to, and I'll find my way. Maybe this is going to change one day. Who knows? But I'll find my way. And I want to find my way by myself. Like, I don't want people to come and explain me how I should live my life or what I should do with my life. No, I want to, it's like I'm reborn, brand new, like baby states and taking baby steps. That's what you do. You take baby steps, and then one day you're going to take big steps, giant steps. You know, that's what I think we should condition ourselves, at least to start taking baby steps towards the greatness. Towards the greatest person you have ever seen within you. And it's there. Life is... And again, when I say life is bigger than your life, because life is you, and it's bigger than your life that you're running now. That's the thing. Your life can be so much bigger. My life can be so much bigger. But just because of sabotage, we stay at a level that very often is close to mediocrity. And we have to face that fact. We have to face that fact. We're not here to collect crumbs. But that's what most of us do. We collect the crumbs, the little stuff, and we're contented with that. But I don't think it's the way to really feel empowered and alive. You know, you must have something great in front of you, and for sure, a mission, a sense of mission, not only for humanity, but for your own life. For your own life, like to make so that you find back aliveness again. Why so many of us fall into depression and nonsense and a very low state of mind and negative mood and stuff? It's because very often we have nothing to work on. If you have nothing to look, if you wake up in the morning and you have nothing planned, no goals, go back to bed. Might as well go back to sleep. Like, you should wake up each and every day and have a goal at start. Like, I have a great goal. Each and every day I wake up, okay, 7 a.m., live and direct on YouTube. Then I'm sure I'm winning the day early. Then I'll win the whole day. But if I cannot show up and be present and be here and do what I said I was going to do, how am I going to even ever hoping to raise my vibration? Like, it's not just to say it, it's doing it actually. Live it. That's it. Live it up. Do your best. And again, it's not to stress with that. Don't have to stress you're not going to save the world. You don't have to stress to save the world each and every day and wake up, oh, the world is such a bad fucking sin. No, don't stress with that. The world's always been going crazy and fucked up, and it's always been like that. And it will be like that for a while again, because we're very, very confused, and the programming goes very deep, and the ego is very, and it's the ego is self-obsession. It's the ego that pretend to know. And we want to know so much. We want to know about this, and the ego needs to know. So what do you do in that? Because what do you really can know when everything is fantasy? I prefer not knowing nothing, so I don't fall in any fantasy, any nonsense. I prefer know nothing about science, about the how the sun function. I prefer know nothing. I prefer know nothing. This way, I wake up each and every day, and it's a mysterious. I'm curious. I keep the curiosity. I not that I don't want to, but I know I will never know. I know I will never know what the sun is, or I'll never get there. So what's the point of arguing with myself or others about what? Like, I'm focusing on other stuff, and every day that I see it, I'm very grateful. Very grateful. What it is to be grateful is to have gratitude. What it is to have gratitude, it's to have a great attitude. That's what we need with life, a great attitude. And maybe that way also we can maybe turn the switch off by itself. Maybe it's going to turn off without you noticing it. Very possible. But I think it's an everyday work. Me, anyway, I don't fuck around with this. I know it's Je t'écoute dans mon auto, Bozo Martin. Big up Martin. Live and direct from his car. Yeah. Big up Martin, always. No, anyway, it's just to like, we don't have to freak out with all this, but a self-realization come, like I said, we all want a bigger and a higher sense of who we are, and give our lives some kind of sense of meaning other than going to work 9 to 5 and come back home, pay our bills and die. The life has a bigger meaning than that. That is necessary to do because we live in Babylon and we got to pay our bills and do our stuff and feed our children and put food on the table. So we got to work until you design your life that you have the dream life, that you don't have to go to Babylon. You have to work. That's reality. So accept it. But often also what we have problem is acceptance. That's why we fall in avoidance, because we have problem accepting our situation the way it is, the circumstance you're in, and then you define your whole life according to the circumstances you're living in this moment. That doesn't mean because you're working in Babylon now that you're going to work in Babylon in 10 years if you start taking action to move out of this stuff that you... No one is eager to live a better life, and all of us would like to have a income coming in without going to work. Like, that's the what I mean without going to work. There's still work to be done, but I mean you want to generate income without you slaving for it. That's what I mean. So you have so you can enjoy your life. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not meant to be worked all my life. Like, I've worked like a dog until the age of 40, until I had my accident, but I've never seen anything else but that. It's like we don't see anything else but our job, our work that we do, and money, and it seems we're so stuck in that paradigm, and we're conditioned to work. That's why we go to school daytime, and we have the same schedule at school from a young age than we're gonna have when we work. It's 9 to 5. It's 8 hours a day. Same thing in school. So you're drilled from a very young age to go to work. So that's what I've learned. That's what I have done all my life. But that's not what life is all about. I know there is something more. If you decide to move out of this lifestyle, you can. That's what I mean. But very often we stay there because it's, again, we think it's comfortable. But because it's not very comfortable to be stressed and anxious and to pay your bills and shit, because most of us are on survival. That's reality. That's reality. That's my reality. I'm still on survival, and that's why I'm here trying to create something with my life, that I move out of the survival state and I stop worrying about paying my freaking bills. I would like to experience that one day, to not have worries for the end of the month for paying my hydro bill, paying this, paying that. I would like to have that kind of life, worry-free. Just worry-free about my bills and the stuff I have to pay. Oh, it's a relief. It's a huge relief. But you have to design your life to get there. They will not come and fill your bank account and say, okay, you're on the... So I know that. work is involved. And again, it's not so much physical, it's more work on yourself. It's more, finding some kind of power within yourself to transform your life. That's all it is. That's what I think. I'll be fine. That's why I live my life one day at a time.
Yes. Truman, play sessions. Rise and shine. Yo, BVG, let's go. Surrounded by voices, blinded by choices, living in a state of hypnosis. I'm trying to stay focused, feeling hopeless, surrounded by minds that's broken, barely floating, visions of heaven. I'm devoted, spark the potent, set the wheels in motion. Peace be my motive, but take no shit from no prick. I'm trying to get my fate lit, stay away from fakeness, penning greatness, building foundations like masons. Connect with my brothers, UK, Canada, Jamaica, Truman, DVG, killing it with teacher D. 6 in the morning, I'm feeling free. Thank God I got no one to please but myself and me. Rolled out lemon trees in the park. Half light, half dark, life in the balance. Past times were tragic, life is what you make it, so I had to change it. Now it's back to basics. Sign up to your fears and face it. Find God, embrace it. It's deep within the soul. Once I was told ignorance is bliss. Do me a favor and stop gassing like Nazis up in NASA. Sacred, divine, geometric patterns unveil the beauty under the satin. Too many follow like fashion. Follow your heart, follow your path. Many days were spent in the dark until that light got sparked. Yo, check 1, 2. Yo, rise and shine. Raise up your vibes. Quit stressing, life is a blessing. Truman, DVG. This is the Love Play Sessions. I said rise and shine. Raise up your vibes. Quit stressing, life is a blessing. Truman, DVG. This is the Dub Play Sessions. I said rise and shine. Raise up your vibes. Quit stressing, life is a blessing. Truman, DVG. This is the Dub Play Sessions. Yes. UK, Canada, Jamaica. Yeah, follow the haters. Follow the fakers. Rise and shine, don't take vibes. WDG on the bottom, enough respect. Teacher D, Motivation Academy. True man, pick up my brother, true man. Spark the light, I set fire from Babylon. Yeah. Lighting up the booth, nothing but the knowledge and the truth. This is a true mental we killing it. One love.
And you got to make sure also you give yourself tools to stay out. You got to make sure you give yourself tools to stay out of that self-sabotage. That's what I do. That's why I did the dub plate. Because the dub plate, they all say I got to be there at 7 in the morning. Janik is live and direct on Motivation Academy. So I made sure that I built something to push me here. You know what I mean? So I had something that I could not back off. I can't back off anymore because all the songs that I got made all say Janik is live and direct 7 a.m. each and every day. So so I built something to force myself also to take action, and I knew by creating this I wasn't gonna back down, back off, back down. I don't know what's the word from what I had to do. I was gonna follow through by creating something that is gonna push me to take action. But that's the conditioning. That's why I said you gotta condition yourself. I chose that way. That doesn't mean it's the best way in the world, but that's the way I chose. And that's what feels in my heart right for me. So that's what I do. I'm not here to live another person's journey. I do what I love. I love reggae music. I love people. I love motivation. I love to stay inspired. I love to be up and in with life. I love to be positive. I love to have a great vibe. So that's what I'm cultivating. I'm nurturing each and every day and make sure that I expand, that I become more present and less with bad thoughts. And, because I'm, come on, I think I'll still have them until I rot in the ground, for sure. But I can minimize them. Not that I will not completely be super positive all my life, all the days, but I can minimize them. I can, and I think that's the worst because our thoughts are very, very powerful. Our mind is very powerful. So if we don't think positive, we think negative. And if we think of negative stuff, we have potentially can attract these stuff. Doesn't mean it's going to come, but you have great chance to attract that kind of stuff. So, you want to stay far from bad thoughts and bad stuff that is not supporting of your journey. That's what I try to do more and more. And it's a conditioning. You got to condition yourself to, and often it's to find other things like I said, working on something, having goals or a lever you can pull or stuff you can have in your life to make sure you stay on track. Me, it's the double plate session, is this and that. I have all kinds of lever and tools around that I can make sure I stay in with life, that I'm with life, not outside of life. But very often, that's what happens is we sign out. We sign out. Most of us sign out very, very early, and never re-sign in. But you can re-sign in. That's a possibility you have. Yeah, pump up and carry on. Yeah, is my personal commitment to rise and join here at 7 a.m. to begin each day. That's very, very good. That's a commitment I made too, to show up here and be up and in with life and not care what people say. I don't care what people. I don't do this for. I do this because I need it. I need it. I love life. I need to give thanks for life. I need to connect with you. I need to shine and connect, but not only shine and connect. What did I mark yesterday? Not grind and connect. What did I mark? And shine. I marked something in the video. I don't remember, but I would have to check back. I still have a few to post. All the videos I'm posting are not made recently. They're made in September, October. So some of you ask, hey, you got good weather in February in Quebec. No. That's been videos that I shot at the chilling spot maybe in September or October. And I still have like 8 pages of videos to go through. I'm at page 9. I'm at page 9 on my video manager. So it should get to... I want to get there because I'm going back outside the chilling spot soon. Spring is coming. We have maybe, what are we? Their Babylonian calendar, middle of February now? Just a month and a half. And it's done and over with. Come on, the 1st of April is coming, the nice weather, and that's a time of the year where people should not have problem to find positivity when spring comes. That when spring comes, I can understand, the winter can give us the freaking winter blues a bit, that they call, like, we're a bit all fed up. The vibration is lower in the winter, for sure. Not my vibration is lower, but my... like it's a time that I take to work more internally the winter. And I love it for that. Where the summer I'm outside, I'm enjoying nature. It's time to go out and sunbake. That's what it is. But yeah, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Les petits bourgeons vont sortir ces arbres, là. Ça s'en vient, là. Ben oui, le printemps. Le printemps va être avec nous bientôt, le beau temps, le soleil, no more snow. It will be all green, back all kinds of colors. Flowers will be coming out. Nice little flowers. Hopefully more of us open like flowers. That's what we should do each and every day, open like a little flower and rise and shine. And absorb the rays of the sun and all the goodness that come with it. But yeah. April 1st. Hash Bash in Ann Arbor for close to 30 years. April 1st, yeah, April 1st. I know I'm always looking for April. April is such a good... it's so powerful. April and May. May is then June and July. And no, it's coming. I love the summer vibe. Me, I'm I'm a summer guy. If you ask me, for sure I prefer the summer but it's just the winter. The winter gets long and it's cold and it's not. It's a different vibe, lah. Okay. You get dressed. You can do anything you want. You go out, you get dressed. But I prefer the summer. You ask me, I prefer go outside in t-shirt and not. It's easier to deal with hot weather. I can take it, but the cold weather sometimes. You don't want to miss power in the middle of the winter at -25. You're gonna freaking freeze. So there's a lot of people are. Cultivate more fear in the winter than in the summer because it's more natural vibe in the summer. We're more. I don't think we're really meant to be in the places that are very, very cold and stuff. So we gotta adapt to it. I think it's an adaptation. But I have adapted. I've been here for 40-something years, so I have adapted to the Quebec weather. It's not a problem for me. I can take it, but still. I prefer the summer vibe. It's so much. It's more vibrant. It's more. I don't know. There's more colors too. There's more. And the sunshine and the heat of the sun and yeah. No, it's great. Yeah, easier to connect to the earth energy and warmth. Exactly. Hide and girl at heart here. Yeah, for sure. Oh no, we keep those vibes, and it's very important. Exactly to keep those vibes at heart because. That's what we need to keep a positive state of mind and always forward with a positive mind and stay present in the moment. Like minimize the self-sabotage with food, with bad thoughts, with bad people around you, with cigarettes, alcohol, all these stuff, all the substance abuse that we can fall in. We're all subject to this. Even, but I don't think I have no. Maybe coffee, maybe even coffee. I drink one, and usually I'm good. So I don't think I'm abusing too much stuff. Maybe I'm abusing reggae music. That's my substance abuse. I abuse music, so yeah. But other than that, I'm trying to stay very present. So distraction don't come in my life. Negative vibes don't come near me. Keeping a very positive state of mind is very important. I find it's gonna help you also process your life easier. Like you're not so much anxious and depressed and stuff. I don't know. It's just keep a positive attitude. Keep a great attitude. Keep a great attitude because a negative attitude, a bad attitude, it's like a flat tire. If you don't change it, you go nowhere. Do you go somewhere with a flat tire? No. So you got to change it if you want to keep going. So same thing. You want to keep going in life. You want to discover, if I can say, what life is all about, how big life is. Turn off that switch. Turn off that switch. I'm telling you, it's a great, use and abuse to different things. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, easier to connect with the energy of the earth, the energy of other people, also the energy of other people, because that's what we have, energy. We're little energy in motion, frequency. So you want to raise the frequency here. That's what we need. More joy, more happiness, more love, more... don't talk to me about truth, I told you. Because it's completely delusional at this point. We need more love, more gratitude. You need to be grateful with our lives. We have to bring back the gratefulness inside us. Be grateful, have a great attitude and stuff before we even talk about truth. So it's very, we got to take baby steps to that awakening. Some of us will maybe have a greater vision of an awakening or certain vibe, but I don't think it's the case of everyone. And I think we should all go baby steps into this, and because if not, you're gonna cause stress on yourself, and if you're not used to it, you might let go. So it's just, I don't know, it's the way I feel it. So I'm out, and I'll be back tomorrow again. Commitment to rise and join here 7 a.m. Very, very good. I make that same commitment, and commit to your goals. It's important because what else you want to commit here to? Commit to sit in front of the TV, commit to play video games, commit to smoke, to drink, to do all the freaking nonsense, or commit to your goals. commit to raise your vibrancy and your frequency and everything that you can raise. Or you default to all the low vibration stuff, the distraction, the football games, the hockey game on TV, all the nonsense that Babylon has to offer you on a silver platter for you to consume. So you make a choice. It's either distraction or your goals. If your goals are important, you're going to find a way. If not, you're going to find an excuse and you're going to fall back into your distraction, TVs or whatever it is, movies or any kind of stuff. Anything that's not only parties and stuff, and anything that doesn't support your journey to greatness, you might fall back into it if you're not conscious and you're not nurturing that vibe. Very important. And carry on, live up and love, for sure. And stay positive with a positive attitude. Very important. And up and in with life and present. And that's it. With only love to offer and let it happen, but you gotta make it happen. First of all, it's you versus you to make it happen. And then the multiverse or universe will conspire probably to make it happen, to arrange. But again, this, I think it's a lot you and me responsible for a synchronicity that we create in our lives. That's one subject I'm going to talk with PT next time, is synchronicity. And I want to hear him about that. I have a reflection about it. I still have a lot to... And next time, PT is going to be with us on the Truman Show. He's going to be in India. So he's going to be from the jungle. So we're going to do a couple more together. I think a good 2-3 more for sure. Maybe we can take an habit and be together every Wednesday for 6 months. That would be cool. I would do it with him every Wednesday for 6 months. Create a reasoning live and direct on YouTube. I would do it. I think that's what we should do. We should stick together for a while, and I'm going to propose it to him. We should stick together for a while. Our vibes match. It's a great reasoning. I love his energy. He has great energy. So I think we should stick together for a while and do something that can maybe help others open their eyes. Like, I'm not here to change the world, but if I can help a few people just open their eyes and start to turn that switch off and work on themselves. And you're not going to change anyone from one day to another. They have to work on themselves, and that's the work you have to do, I have to do, and no one else but you and me can do it. So yeah, give thanks for another great first life reasoning, Janik. Merci, Suzanne. Merci beaucoup d'être ici. Please smile more in warmer climates. Easier to connect eye to eye. Yeah, for sure. So big up everyone, and that's it. I'm out, and I'll be back same time tomorrow. Is what? Saturday tomorrow? Yeah, twice tomorrow. I think I'll be on the Truman Show at night. Yeah, I'm gonna talk. I don't know about what, but greatness, probably greatness and something like that. I'll find I always find inspiration in the moment. It's hard for me to tell you what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to find inspiration in the moment. Like just today, to set that is when I woke up. I was thinking of my pain and stuff, and I was going on to the self-sabotage. So I said, hey, we have to make sure we're not on self-sabotage, and that's why I came to this, because that's what I was thinking in the moment. So very often it's the title you'll see or stuff. It's stuff that sometimes I will set them in advance. It happens too. And sometimes it's just an half an hour before. It depends how I feel. I have nothing. Yeah, PT has much to share towards the night. Yeah, PT, no, he's great. I love his vibe, and he's very clear. He's clear and precise, and he keeps it to the point. No, we're going to keep going with PT for sure. I surely give thanks for the person that came and wrote me an email one day and said, hey, you should have, do you know Lotus Ocean? And the worst, she wrote me an email. Sorry. The worst is she wrote me an email. And like, I didn't really pay attention right away. Okay, I didn't pay attention right away. It's like 2 weeks after that, yes. I was thinking of having someone on the Truman Show, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. That girl wrote me an email, and she said about Lotus. So then I said, oh, Lotus Ocean, I'll go check him out. And I started, and that's how I. But the moment I seen him, I was sold. I was like, yeah, I love his vibe. I love his vibe. We can do things together, because it's very important for me to feel the vibe. If I don't feel your vibe, I'm out. That's what happened with the man that came and wrote me all kinds of stupid emails. I don't feel his vibe. I don't feel his vibe. It's negative, so I'm out. If your vibe is positive, if your vibe is pure and true and positive, I will pick it up, and we can do all kinds of stuff together for sure. With anybody, I don't have judgment on the anything. It's just two persons getting together, reasoning on the same vibration, and if we match, we match. If we don't, we don't. I'm out. Bye bye, ciao, and I turn the switch off. So it's very important to match the vibration. It's very important for me, and yeah, PT matches the vibration very well. So, and I give thanks for yeah, for everything. And it's just great to connect with people and have. I love people. That's natural for me in a way. I don't force these stuff. It's natural, and I love to do it. And it's yeah. I'm born for this stuff. I told you I came here for that. I know it. I know it. That's why no one can stop me, because I know I came here for that. So once you know it, boop, it's done deal. And I know I came here for. I knew a long time ago. I had a sense of all this when I was young, but never had the courage to really step into my shoes and my greatness. But now that I have the courage to step into my greatness, it's a whole different game. A whole different game now that you find the courage and the will and all that stuff, and you bring it back into your life. Nothing can stop you. You become unshakable. Unshakable. You become so like a big pillar, unshakable, and nothing can shake you. The negative vibe can't come near you. You're like immune, and that's what we got to build, and some kind of immunity against the negative vibration, because that's all there is. That's all there is. People with fucked up minds and negative mind and ego built on knowing shit that they don't know nothing about. Like they just, I don't know. Anyway, me, I'm never. I know nothing. I know nothing. I'm telling you. If you come here to learn something about the ancient history, or the pyramid, or the sun, I know nothing about this. Don't come here for that. I know nothing about this. And I don't want to really have explanation. I want to look at things in a sacred manner. So I don't care. I'm not into that kind of stuff to research and no, I want to know about who I am. I want to know deep down inside. I want to dig and dig and dig until something that I feel. When I feel I don't scratch the surface no more, maybe I'll have a different feeling, but I always feel like, still today, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of my potential, and I prefer to keep it like that. I really prefer to keep it like that, because that is, that is what I need. In the end, the right vibe attracts the right tribe, and is no such thing as abuse. Yeah, but that's maybe my only... but that's what I stick to. We're going to have four brand new dub plates coming from Don Tepo. He was in studio yesterday for his album. But I know he's working on my dub plates. I'm not worried about it. He's going to come up with 4 brand new dub plates we're going to have from Don. I sent him rhythm and everything. So we are working on it at the moment. And yeah. No, it's great. More music coming. I don't... Like, I go with the flow. It's only sometimes they're busy, especially now the summer is coming, the festival and all that. So it's going to be a little bit harder to synchronize the plate sessions and stuff, but we will still do it and still raise the frequency, because I think that's what is needed on this plane. So I'm out. Rise and shine. Do your best. Don't stress. Forget the rest. He's out. See ya.